Hello, Elaine here for the week ahead reading for September 9th to September 15th. Hello and welcome. I do have to say, if you are celebrating anything this week, celebrate it up, enjoy, have fun. I definitely think that inviting more fun and play and joy into our lives are important, um, because life is serious enough, and every little bit of joy we can get, we should enjoy and just live our lives. um, and if it's your birthday this week, happy birthday. If you're celebrating anything or an anniversary or a wedding, um, yay. And do it, have fun. And I'm just sending a lot of gratitude to everyone, and just wishing everyone the best. Okay, and then I'll do my business part of I'm Elaine. I'm a psychic medium. I obviously read tarot cards, and I am here trying to um, build my voice, get more comfortable in being seen, heard. And if you like my content, please like and subscribe and share, whatever it is. I'm on Instagram as well. And with that, we'll get into the cards. So for this week, I pulled two activation cards. We did have the Earth activation last week, and then this week we have the Divine Feminine. I definitely feel like this is calling us to one, ground with the Earth card, which is number 24, and then 21 for the Divine Feminine, to embrace that softness that, I think in today's age, we are usually more in the masculine of doing and making things happen. And I think there is a call for some softness, and to be okay with not having to do everything. And I think there's a judgment comes to mind too, of either self judgment or societal judgment, that everything should be perfect. And you know what, life isn't perfect, it's okay. And I think this energy of this week is definitely saying that. I'll read the bottom of the card for the Divine Feminine. The frequency of Divine Feminine supports our receptive, nurturing, and soft side, allowing it to express itself openly and helping us to connect to our intrinsic understanding of our connection to all of creation. And then I'll read the Earth card. The frequency of Earth activates our deep connection to the physical plane by showing us the beauty of all the aspects of our Great Mother and revealing the more ethereal, spiritual aspect of our nature. And I mean, just reading those, it definitely feels like, I also want to say, a healing. This is very green, and it's making me think of the heart chakra, and then also obviously the Earth. So I think there is definitely a need to be a little softer and not so. I don't even like saying softer, and even gentler is not the right word, but just not being in that need to force. And I also feel like it's like allowing things to come to us versus that searching and looking and fixing. It's that allowing it to find us. And I don't know what, it kind of just popped into my mind that it's like, when you need help, most people go to their mom or someone. So it's like, mom will always be found. So no matter where or someone that is able to hold that space for you. So that just popped into my mind. So it is, it just feels like not being so hard on yourself and not allowing anyone else's opinions to affect you. Um, there is the mindfulness card, and with this card, the numbers are 2713. So this card is also calling for like to be mindful of what is working for you, what is not working for you. Do what is working for you, and the stuff that's not working for you, adjust it, shift it, let it go. Um, I know that's not always feasible, but there are things that you just like, you get to a certain point and you kind of have to um, let it go and just be like, I've worked on this, I've done enough here, I can't do any more of this at this point, and I have to set it aside, let it go, not put any more energy into this because it's consumed enough of my energy, and that's coming up with that card. So this devil card came out. I originally had it with the fixed signs because I was actually pulling the cards. I always pre-shuffle and pull the cards because it just saves time. I don't want this video to be long. I really want them to be under 20 minutes and just easily consumed and able to just process. I prefer it that way, and I think it is easier that way. With that being said, it did fall out randomly, and I originally put it with the fixed cards, but it felt like an overall message because I was putting the cards to the side, and it just kind of slid out and fell reverse, and so it felt proper to put it with the energy of the week cards. And I think it definitely goes in with the message of, being balancing your life. I shouldn't say for the majority, but for it does feel like because of our society, we are usually in the masculine and disconnected from the earth. That this is really calling for us to connect with ourselves, to balance those energies within us, and to be mindful and to actually break whatever ties. Because if you see that there, he has them like a little puppet or marionette, and it's like, I feel like it's this week of definitely not going with the majority, or if you have to breaking these strings that are making you dance, it's that's kind of the feeling that I got, and it felt right to place it with these cards because it's breaking those ties, and that's usually what the devil card in reverse means, is like breaking those addictions, those habits, those things that you probably shouldn't be doing with the like this goes with the mindfulness card of what works and what doesn't work. If it's not working for you, don't put your energy into it anymore. So that's kind of what we're getting for this week's energy. And then I will go ahead, I'll be mindful that I don't overlap the cards like I did last time, or cut them off a little bit. So we have the strength card, strength and guidance. I'll hold it closer to the camera so we can all see it. Knight of Fire. And then what was interesting is we got a lot of male energy. So the strength and guidance card, it's making me feel like this week for our cardinal signs may be a little rough. I definitely think either I'm thinking you might be putting some pressure on yourself to make stuff happen. And I think there is a call for you to call your energy back and to sit and trust and just know that when you've worked on something for where you can get it to and you have to let it go or release it or be mindful of your energy. I think that is one thing. It's like you have the strength. You are, we are all guided to do certain things, and there's just a point where you just have to kind of let stuff go and relax with that. Um, so then we have the Knight of Fire. It says a pure passion, a charismatic, confident, and restless. And this is the dolphin. An opportunity arises that needs your attention right away. Moving quickly is important, yet there's nothing you can't handle if you follow your inner guidance. So again, that's like the strength and guidance. You and also Knight of, this is Knight of Wands in traditional tarot. It is a movement. This dolphin is jumping out of the water and moving, and he has some little sunshine on him. So I think there may be something again that comes up that you have to work on and put some work into for our cardinal signs, and just trust that all the work that you've been doing, and that you will have the clarity and the guidance. So then this was interesting that we got all these, pretty much all the cards are male with, because I was looking at the divine feminine. So emotional stability and clarity with the King of Swords, and the King of Cups over here, and then the Knight of Cups, which, these are, for a lack of a better word, I'm going to say there is strength in these cards of, like, they're not rushing, they're not moving. Even this Knight of Cups, he's sitting here relaxing, and not having to do a lot. And I feel like this is your, if a situation does pop up for you this week, don't get overly emotional or clutter your mind with how to fix it. I definitely think that giving yourself some space to process and go through will help. And this is the Six of Wands, which is a victory card. There is usually victory, and it's like she's done the performance, she's receiving her ovations, her it's not, I just feel like we sometimes overcomplicate things, and that's the message I think that I'm trying to bring home for this week for our cardinal signs is, just do the best you can. Things pop up, it happens, and to rely on your ability, what you've been working on, and just trust yourself and don't overcomplicate things. Okay, so that is for our cardinal signs. Thank you. All right, now I'm going to set up for our mutable signs. So healing energy, the Emperor. Let's see. The Fool, Eight of Swords, Page of Wands, and the Lovers. All right, mutable signs. So for the healing energy, I definitely feel like this, I'm thinking of the Earth card, and I'm also thinking of the Divine Feminine up here. I feel like there is going to be a need for balance this week, and not to try to rush things as well. Um, I'm, I don't know, man, feel into this for yourselves, but I'm also being drawn to the peacock feathers, or peacock eyes of the feathers. I don't know if the camera will pick it up. But if that has a meaning to you, feel into that and follow up with that. But I definitely am feeling like um, there will be some changes this week, because I'm looking at the spirals on her as well, and it's feeling like movement and um, some change. And with I'm also feeling into these of the mindfulness and the breaking of bonds or habits. Sometimes, okay, so this just popped into my mind too, where you've broke a habit, and or you're in the process of breaking a habit, and then you get into that maybe I can just, that slippery slope of maybe I can just. And if that comes up, just remind yourself, reinforce, and feel like no, because why you start doing the maybe I can just is to feel like it's a safety. This, even though it's something that is a bad habit, it is something that you know the results of that. And it feels safe because you know what to expect from it. And if you continue to change and continue to break these bonds, you kind of, you don't know what is going to happen, and it starts to feel uncomfortable. So I think that's the healing energy that is coming through, is like, just trust yourself and keep going with what you've been working on. And if that slippery slope of maybe just keep doing what you're doing, and keep moving forward on those changes that you're making, and don't slip back into those habits that you're trying to break. So the it's a 4 card, the Emperor, and it's a deer mouse. Structure and organization are important right now. Don't be afraid to take on a leadership role, as you have much wisdom to offer. Um, yeah, I'm feeling like this goes in with the maybe I, because this is the Emperor, so he has those strong foundations. But if you start to slip back into those habits that are no longer aligned with you, then you kind of break down your structures and that foundation that you've been working on. So stay organized, continue to build these foundations and these structures. You have the willpower to do so, not stuff, but you have willpower to do stuff too, and to stay strong. I definitely feel like that is part of the message here. And we have the Fool card for the tarot cards, and the Eight of Swords, which I think also fills into that feeling I had of, you know, that self-doubt, you try to make yourself go back to what those old habits were, because the new habit's a little scary. She's may fall off that cliff, and start something new, and then these little self-doubts, these thoughts niggle and wiggle and start to bind you up and not make you change. And I think that it goes with the, feel into these the feminine, the divine feminine. Feel into the earth. Go for a walk. If you start having these negative thoughts, go find an activity that will not let you backtrack. And you may just get some inspiration, because this is what this Page of Wands is making me feel. Um, it's like, you know, I also feel like getting stuck here. So if you're feeling stuck, bring some action, bring some movement to your body. Walk in nature. Go take a new class. Go sign up for something that helps move your body. Join the gym or whatever you need to do to help break down these habits that you're trying to, and to not bring in these that self-doubt and that negativity. And then we have the Lovers over here. So I definitely feel like this is connected to these two. It is like duality. So the Emperor is usually divine masculine. Ooh, I couldn't talk, sorry. And then we have the divine feminine. So you have both of them here. And I think it's also going back to this devil card, where it's like finding that balance of being so recently when I've gone into like divine feminine, divine masculine feelings, I feel like that we too often stay in one versus the other, versus having it be a cycle, or feeling safe and switching or shifting back to one another, and then we just get stuck in either, I have to be masculine, I have to be tough, I have to be this, I have to be that, and it's like, no, it's kind of a dance, and the energy needs to move and be shift back and forth, because you can't always be one or the other, or more one than the other. You definitely have to find that balance. So I think that's what the Mutable Signs are dealing with this week. And I am just going to look at the cards real quick, make sure I got everything. I think so. With the Page of Wands, if if you're able to find that balance, you may feel inspired. Inspiration is coming up to mind, and I don't remember saying that, and I've never seen on her pants, but there are a bunch of little geckos on her pants. Maybe they're salamanders for fire, so I definitely think that, I don't know why I focused on that, but maybe there's a message there for you, so fill into that. But I also think this is like a point of where you start to either stick with the change that you're doing or fall back into your old patterns, and hopefully you choose to continue with the changes that you are making. So that's what I got for our Mutable Signs. So then now for our fixed signs. So we have manifestation, justice with the elephant, Seven of Swords reversed, Three of Wands, the High Priestess, and the King of Wands. Okay. So with the manifestation card, I'm feeling like this might be something, and this might be something that you've had in the works for a while. Finally, you may have been doubting yourself, because I see this star kind of on her solar plexus, or his solar plexus, and I feel like this is something that you've been working on, you've been having doubts. For some reason, I'm associating this card with the devil, and with this King of Wands. So it's making me feel like something that you have been working on. There's stuff that you've let go, stuff that you've been working on. Um, and this might, for some reason, April or Aries season. And I'm also thinking Leo season with this King of Wands. So being here. So when I saw that King of Wands, I immediately thought of that time, and that's why this card showed up. It's something that you've been passionate about, something that you've been working on for a while, and maybe it's even both. It is since Aries season and since Leo season, or maybe since Aries season. You had the idea, you've been working on it, and then Leo season, you thought something was going to happen and it didn't quite pan out as you thought. And so I think now will be the time for fixed signs. I'm also going with, so the Justice card is the Elephant, and fair decisions will be made after all the evidence is reviewed impartially. Have compassion for others and try to see all sides of the disagreement. So I feel like with this Justice card, it's kind of like the balance between these two, or the balance between time, and also karma is coming up, where it's like you had to put in this work, you had to let go of stuff in order to get to this point where you are manifesting, or you're creating what you've been putting your effort into, and you had to let go of stuff. So the Seven of Swords, I am feeling like this is like you're no longer telling yourself those stories of why you can't do something, because a lot of us get stuck in an energy because we tell ourselves we can't do something, and then we make excuses for it. And I feel like this is no longer you buying into your own bullshit type thing. So this is for fixed signs, and if so I think this is also with this Devil of letting go of that negative talk, that negative mindset, that changing, and being mindful of all these changes that you're bringing in, and just I think it's that not buying into your own bullshit type situation. So then we have the Three of Wands, and this is why I also feel like this is the waiting, that you may have been trying to make something happen, and I think this is like, it's coming. You've had to trust your intuition. You've had to trust the timing of how things would work out, and I think this will be a week where you either see that your hard work is paying off, or something big happens for you, and then for sure that, okay, I am on the right track. I am doing everything that I'm supposed to be doing. It's hasn't been easy, but it's happening, so let me just look and make sure I've gotten everything I wanted to say. All right, perfect. So that is good. I think I have everything. So yeah, I'll just wrap up the video now. So this was for fixed signs. And thank you. And again, if there's something you're celebrating this week, get down with your bad self and enjoy. I definitely, for the energies of this month, is feeling like enjoy where you're at. Don't sit and worry about all the negative that you've been, or all the things that didn't work out. So I definitely wish everyone the best, and thank you for watching the video, and take care. Thanks.